see that they're trying to get in. Okay, we are now live, and this is Let's Talk AR. Welcome back. We had one this morning, and we had Daniel from London, and I am going to butcher the other name, I just know. But we had a gentleman from India that joined us, and we did some show and tells this morning, and it was kind of fun. I really liked some of the stuff that was presented. Okay, let's see.
He said to call him Che2.
Che2. I can maybe do that, Che2. He's on the list to join us tonight, but I'm not for sure if he got mixed up on the two different ones and accepted both of them. So if he comes in.
No more death by source code, though.
Yeah. He does some programming, some coding, and he's developing some 3D models and researching augmented reality in India. So it's kind of interesting to see his take on some things. Okay, let's see. Okay, Natalie, I'm trying to get you in. I saw that you posted. If we have, we don't have any viewers at the moment, but if we do, I'll try and pull them in. I think we can have up to 10 people in the Hangout itself as we're recording. So we'll try and fill all the seats as possible. Okay, does anybody have anything they want to talk about, share, what they've been working on? I know Natalie's going to come in, and she's been working, I guess, today on some augmented stuff, so she'll be sharing with us as soon as she can get it in. Does anybody else have stuff?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm just curious if there's a way to mask out like a background so that it overlaps more naturally with the environment that you're augmenting.
That would be a question for Adam. I don't do the coding, so I'm not for sure, but I would think that's possible. That if you do the coloring pages, they kind of do that. So I'm going to say it's possible, but I'm not for sure. We would need to.
Because when you do your green screen stuff, are you putting in your own backgrounds, or does it affect what you're augmenting on top of?
No, it's our own backgrounds, and it just it shows when we augment. And I was going to show one of those tonight. Since
great.
we talked about green screen a little bit this morning.
Terrific.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else before I start sharing that has a question or needs help with something or wants to share? Okay. Awesome. Let me bring up my picture.
Actually, I have another question. Did you
in
past sessions did you mention that in Daiquiri you could use a target image, but then you could have different things on the screen that are activated simultaneously?
Yes, in Daiquiri you can do that. You can have like websites. You can have a slideshow. Video. The video is separate, I think, but you can have multiple things on the trigger, and they can be accessed at the same time.
Great. Okay.
And I want to say Layer does that too.
Oh. Which do you recommend is more intuitive?
Well, Doug loves Layer.
And I use both of them frequently.
And I've used both of them.
Yeah, Katie and Daiquiri is now working in our school finally. It's taken weeks.
Oh, great.
But it's finally where we have filter problems. But it's finally working now, and it's interesting. It's nothing that our tech side did. They did something on the server side of their app and didn't say anything about it. All of a sudden, it just started to work. Pretty peculiar.
Awesome.
And are the tutorials for Daiquiri online? Because I was looking for them, and I saw examples of how to use Daiquiri, but I didn't see anything that discussed like step-by-step how to use it.
I do believe they've posted, the two guys in the iPads have posted tutorials, and they have a podcast now that you can go and listen or watch that goes and they talk about AR as well. But they do have tutorials posted on their website, and I want to say they're also posted in our community.
They are.
Because Drew shared him with me, and I do believe I put him there. But it's been a while, so you might have to go.
Answer your question, Ian. On a layer page, you can have up to 22 separate augmentations on one page.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Yep. So you'll never run out.
But how many things is there a limit to how many augmented target images you can have in layer?
Nope. As long as you stay in the sandbox and you're not planning on publishing those to the public domain, and you just use an ID and a password for your users, there really isn't a limitation. Otherwise, you're paying out the nose by the page. Say again, Ian?
I was going to say, can all the users log into that same account at the same time?
Absolutely.
Oh. Okay.
That's how I get around the exorbitant cost structure for layer. I just stay in my own little sandbox here. I'm in school. Kids don't need to access this. Well, they can access it wherever they want, but they're logged into one account. So that's the way I deal with the fact that they're not quite ready for education prime time yet. So
does that mean though that they can edit it though? They can edit those files?
Who?
The students, if everybody's logging into the same account, do they have like admin privileges to edit?
If I was going to actually have my students creating augmented content themselves, I would not do it on an account that I've done work on. That's a security issue.
Right.
And
so when they log in, they can't. So you're creating a separate account for the users, and you have an account for you to create?
It's the same account, but the users are going to be scanning images with their iPads, not creating augmented content. They're going to be the user community for that augmented content. And
so they don't have the access to go in and change anything?
Not in one of my implementations. I'll use other AR tools when I want kids to start making their own content, like Daiquiri or like Erasma. They suit themselves a little bit better to that stuff.
Okay.
No, we were just talking about this a couple of days ago. I mean, the layer implementations I got are very teacher and learning centered. I want the students to be the recipients of the decisions that I make for the augmentations as their teacher. I'm not teaching them about technology. I'm trying to improve how and what they learn, and I'm using AR to do it. It's a little bit different than finding a technology tool that they can use to create the experiences themselves. And there's value in that too. I understand all that too, but most of my layer implementations are really hyper-focused on content. And a lot of times my students will make the content themselves that becomes the augmentations. The fact that I hook them up onto my own triggers is irrelevant and almost takes zero or little time. So this really is a way for me to focus on teaching and learning and content, not technology. And I don't consider right now augmented reality to be a technology story. It's a teaching and learning story for me. And other tools lend themselves better. The kids have fun making those things, but they'll grow tired of that just as quickly as they'll grow tired of using any other app.
Right.
And it's not difficult for them, and it's not difficult for us, really. So I guess, this is a philosophical approach, I guess, or a philosophical difference that I have. I don't know. I know Katie Ann agrees with me. She said she did. So.
Yes, I do. Welcome,
So do
Natalie.
Hi.
You kind of snuck in.
Yeah, I was answering an email from my student teacher, and I jumped back and forth, and that was kind of crazy, but I'm here. Yeah, student teacher, I know. I see you guys there together.
Okay, we lost Lisa, so I'm trying to get her back in. So we'll see. We do have some viewers. If you have questions and you're watching, there is a Q&A button at the top. I was reading questions. At the top of the video, and if you click on that, you have access to write questions, and I will see them. And hopefully, Lisa, you are getting the call that I just sent you. If you need it back, just send me another message and we'll try getting you back in. Natalie has been playing, it sounds like, today, and she's going to be sharing what she's been doing today.
I went on the Apple Store today and I downloaded the app for yes, Legend. I've been playing too hard today. Oh, hi.
Okay, somebody needs to.
Yeah, I hear.
Natalie has been playing it. It's delayed. If you have it playing in the background, you'll need to turn off the playing part, Lisa. Got it? Okay. Okay, go ahead, Natalie.
All right, this is crazy. I think I dropped out. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to get back in if you can hear me.
No, you're with us, Natalie.
Okay. Take me there. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking everything. Okay, I think I'm back. How crazy. So I have the app and I explored and I uploaded a picture on Legend that was in my photo roll and I played around with the text, and it gives you several options on it once you go past and you're in the second step as to the color of your text, the placement of your text, and it's pretty simple and forward thinking as to, oh, I get to pick and click, and I explored and played around with all of the different lettering fonts and found one I liked and I saved it. I also sent it to my student teacher so she could see it because I wanted to use it on my Facebook account so I could post something out, and also because her last day is on May 1st, and I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cute. I can put that and post that and wish her well. So anyway, I know that now that I played with it, it definitely has potential to go forward on selecting things from Art Club that I can lay over. Like if I do the photo of the officers, I can do the overlay of their names and post that in, and then add it to my make my trigger activate that. That would be one thing that I think would be nice. And even my winner of the art design that we're using on the shirts, or we have on the shirts, I could use his photo and his design that's featured I took a picture of him the other day in the hallway with his image of what he had created for the contest. Every one of the students have their entry on Artsonia. I used Artsonia for digital portfolios. I mean, every one of my kids in art have it and have had. This is my third year running portfolios on Artsonia. So if they didn't get selected for their for the contest, they can use their design that they find on Artsonia that's been published, because they have all these items. Like if they wanted to truly print their own art design on a T-shirt, they could walk around with their own if they wished, but it wasn't intended to be that way. We decided as a group and selected this company, so we're marching forward. But if they want to place their design on an item, they could do that as a possibility. But everybody was excited about Trenton's and feels it was a good way to go forward, and so I'm happy for him.
Awesome.
Are you using a Legend on an iPad, or what are you using?
I was on my iPhone, but I mean, it'll cross over and sync with my, I think, the cloud, so I could go on my iPad.
Yeah, you could save it as a movie.
And do you know how much file storage you can use for each file?
I don't know, but when I got done with this one, it gives you an option to download it. So I downloaded it, and it's in my camera roll. So I guess it's whatever you're using on in your device is how much you're using for storage when you save it. But it doesn't save it on the app.
Ah, okay, so it's all cloud-based.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's just called Legend?
It's called Legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great. Thank you, Jean.
I thought it was great when I found it. I was like, this is great, because this way I could put my lettering and stuff in with the AR. and it made it quick and easy, and you could also edit as movies and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, I like it because it's short and sweet.
yeah.
It's interesting because I'm doing a search right now, and all I'm finding is Lost Legends AR.
No, I just typed in legend,
Okay.
Legend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's on the Apple Store?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And
I'll look
it's
later.
a paid app. It's $1.99. And I posted that under Katie's post in our group, our private group.
Okay, cool.
It's used mostly for typography, and it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and I thought that was also another way I could introduce the kids. Now, I know we have a purchasing plan for our school. That's one I'd love to have our school to up. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like Legend. If you search it on your iPhone, it comes up as first, but if you search it in the App Store on your iPad,
I don't know where it is.
so I think it has to do open up
Like it.
only. You might have to look in iPhone only. iPhone only.
Yeah, I
well,
just
yeah.
actually found it. I just see it's Legend, Anime Text, and Video, and GIF.
Mhm.
It just
Yes.
came up.
Yes. It is. That's it.
But you can use it on both.
Mhm.
Cool.
It's a good find. Thank you, Jean.
You're welcome.
Sometimes, I mean, that's the power behind what we're doing to collaborate. I feel so, I don't know, just like uplifted by being in this experience.
Well, I'm so happy. That was the goal, is to get people excited and trying, and so it's great to hear that when we finish, you go and play.
Yeah. Yeah, that was silly of me. I just feel so weird how sometimes as a teacher, yes, you know, you feel like, oh, you know, I'm the teacher, but I'm really a learner as it goes to technology, because I know the stresses and pressures of bringing those lessons to my students, and I want them to be relevant. And if I don't want to do them, my kids aren't going to want to do them. And so finding these apps and discovering how, just like she said, I could do this as an art lesson, that app would be totally appropriate to use. So I'm totally on board in the future of using it this fall and just experimenting with it. And just like I said, you think through the process as you're going through it. It's not like you have to have a step-by-step instructional. Or go to the YouTube to get a tutorial. I guess you could, but it wasn't that hard for me, I guess is what I'm saying.
It was easy to figure out.
Yes, it was very easy to figure out, and it went really smooth. And
Awesome.
I liked the end product too. Like, I thought it was very professional looking as it comes to the end.
Well, it used to take us hours to do that
Oh, I
in
know.
PowerPoint.
I know. You girls don't realize how easy you have it compared to what we went through.
Okay, anybody else have anything to share? Okay, I think, Jean, you asked last time to see my business card.
Yes.
I want to see
Okay.
that too.
Well, the app that you need for the business card, and I was trying to see if I had a picture of it, and apparently I don't know where I put my picture, but I do have the business card, and as soon as I should probably just take a picture and put it in the group so that you can scan it, but I'll hold it up so you can see it. It is a two-sided business card, and the app that you need is Daiquiri, and I did build this with the Daiquiri app, and this is an example, Ian, of multiple things being active. That you can, once you scan it, you'll see different things that you can use. Daiquiri, Lisa, it's D-A-Q. Hang on. It's not spelled like Daiquiri.
No,
Not like the
D-A-Q-R-I.
Q-R-I. You're right. I have to look at the app. If you do a search, and it is for Android and for Apple, and it is free download, and that is the app that you'll need to scan the business card. So I don't know if you can see that. There's my business card.
Use my phone.
How many chapters, Katie?
Huh?
How many chapters did you use?
I think there's a total of 2 or 3.
If that glare is too much.
Is there a glare on it?
Well, if you moved it up an inch, you'd block out your overhead light, which would help everybody a lot. There you go. Up, down, a hair.
Natalie's still on the big screen for
There you
me.
go.
Oh, and I'm not there.
Hang
I
on.
had Doug.
You had Doug?
Yeah.
That's
Do you have
the-
me now?
No, you're still in a little box as opposed to the big box.
Click her name.
I did.
If you don't see Katie, click Katie's name at the bottom of the little window.
I just clicked on her picture and then she came to the top.
Yep, there you go.
I'm trying to get mine to come back up. I had Daiquiri on my iPad, and the tech department had to clear out so many of my apps so that they could do the update. And so now I'm going back in. So I'm not with everybody, but Katie, if you take it down, I'll catch back up with you in just a few.
Okay. Do you see it?
Yeah, yep.
That's cool, Katie.
My business card also has a backside, and it is augmented on the backside as well. So it has a button that will take you to my podcast, to my website. I forget all that I put on it. My blog. It also has a slideshow of some pictures of me. And I will take a picture. I'll find the digital picture and I'll put it in the group so that you can scan it. It'll probably be easier that way. So yeah, I'm the person that has to augment everything, I think. Okay. Anybody else?
I think we're all going to be there soon enough.
Good.
I am brand new to the world of augmented reality. I know nothing about it. I downloaded a couple of apps. I have no idea. Is augmented reality like just a section where there's like a half a dozen apps that you can download from various companies, or I had a skeleton dancing across my dining room table. That's as far as I got.
There are tons of apps out there, and there are just going to be more and more coming. But augmented reality, well, it does take a device. So you can use a smartphone or a tablet or an iPad. And when you have a image, it becomes the trigger. It triggers the augmented part to the whatever's been put to that picture or design. And when you scan the trigger, you'll get different environments, different experiences. Like my business card is augmented so that when people scan it with their smartphone, was my plan, that they can immediately go to my website or go to my blog. I think they can email ESDAC to set up, an appointment for me to go there to a school or meet other people. So I like augmented reality to be interactive because if it's just going to take me to a website, I can use a QR code for that. QR codes do one thing, and augmented reality kind of is QR codes all hyped up or all jacked up, all amazing, and it kind of is magical. Have you
The QR
seen?
codes on steroids.
Yeah.
Let me help out a little bit here. When I present to people who are new to this, I always try to explain that augmented reality is a bridge between the real world and the digital world. And Katie Ann just held up her business card, which is a real world thing, the tangible concrete object she'll distribute in the world. But when you use Daiquiri to view it, it bridged to a digital existence. And that seems to help people along in understanding the first concepts of what augmented reality is. The first usages of this were absolutely unabashedly retail exercises where people were using it to try to get other people to buy things. But then it blossomed out into real estate and banking came kind of late in the game to education. So, but think of it as a bridge between the physical world and the digital world. And if you start from that point, everything else will seem to make some sense, we hope. So.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense, Lisa?
It does. I was thinking it was just a QR code that, like, if you scan something, it will take you to a YouTube video or something. But it does. Hearing what you were saying about your business card, it does. It goes in several different venues.
Right.
And
They have. Go ahead.
I was just saying, is it hard to work with? Because somehow you have to program something to tell it to go to all these different places.
I don't do any of the programming. That is already built into the platforms. And Layer is a creator. Erasmus is a creator. Daiquiri is a creator. And Augmented has a platform as well. And they've done the programming. You kind of put your picture that you want to be your trigger, and then you add the other components to it that give you the augmented element.
Okay, so they just give you the program, the application just gives you a template basically to fill out then. Maybe?
It depends on the platform you choose. Like Daiquiri, you have like a platform that you can actually start building and copying, pasting, and adding things to it. Erasmus kind of is about the same way, and so is Layer. Augmented is a little different. They're building a community, and you send them the stuff, and they'll just put it all together for you, and they will make sure that your trigger is a good trigger that will work and that your content is educational based. And then their community, and I was going to show that tonight, allows you to use stuff that I put up there. For example, one of the things I'm going to show tonight, if I'll go ahead and do that. Share screen. Do you see a black screen or do you see a picture?
Yeah, I see a picture.
A picture, yeah.
Okay.
These are Greek tags?
Say that again?
Are these your Greek name tags?
Yes, they are. One of the projects that I do with my 6th graders is they have a green screen project. They are on the student reporters, and they have pictures that relate to their report behind them, and they're like the reporter telling about ancient Greece or different parts of ancient Greece. And then they have to design these name tags, their name tag in Greek, and we turn these into augmented triggers. So you can literally turn anything into an augmented trigger as long as you make it digital. So this is a picture that a student has designed, and we scanned it in, made it digital, and I sent it to Augmented. And when you scan it, you'll get the green screen video the student made.
Okay.
And I did put this picture on our event page as well.
Is that under the Teacher Connect that we
Yes.
click the button?
Yeah, you'll have to click Teach Connect.
Gotcha.
Is the video popping up for you? It's a YouTube video, and they take YouTube videos and they put it on their network, so it bypasses a filter for schools. So you can. Well, I have a teacher. I don't know why the teachers get access to YouTube. We can upload stuff, but then the kids can never watch it. Doesn't make sense to me. So Augmented will take the video and they'll put it on their network, and it will not be coded YouTube anymore, so it will not be blocked.
Oh, okay.
I can't get it to work, Katie.
Okay. My phone hasn't been working, so I am. You'll have to tell me. Are you using a Samsung phone or an iPad?
iPhone.
An iPhone.
Did
you get? Who got it to work? Anybody?
I don't have my phone.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi. What's going on? Hey, sorry I'm late. Natalie, if you just close out the entire app for a second and just do a reset.
Okay. The whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
just wipe it away.
I'm out. Now I'm starting it again.
Yep.
Start lesson. Okay.
Then Teach Connect.
It didn't even give me a choice to say Teach Connect this time.
Oh, you know why? Double click on your bottom button. You know, like where you can X out the entire program.
It's doing something. Okay, hold on a minute. It went back to
Teach Connect.
Yeah, hold on a second. Maybe things are happening.
Lisa, I'm so sorry, I should have told you. It is, the app is called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. If you do a search for tutoring and augmented,
Hold on.
it pops up.
This is in the App Store.
History blog?
It's in the App Store.
Supreme.
Is that right?
Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality.
Is the connection a video, the Philly history blog?
The video is of a student.
No, it's sending me places that I don't know.
Technology is wonderful when it works, right?
Yeah, mine's not bringing it up either.
Okay, well maybe I'll need to.
As soon as I click back, it shows the bar, but then it's gone.
That's what's happening to me. Is exactly what is happening to me.
What's going?
I have it and it starts and then it goes like it drops and so
now they have border battle or something. They played team border battle near Mexico.
No, that's not it.
It keeps sending me these weird things.
That's just
like
weird.
It looks like it's a link, but I don't know what the heck it is.
Going to City Hall Park, 1899, a webpage.
Oh no. Okay, well, we'll need to visit that.
Okay. I tried, Katie.
I keep getting weird stuff. It hasn't brought me to anything X-rated, so we're still okay. But it's not what it's supposed to bring me to, I don't think.
No, it's a video. It's a green screen video that a student made.
Nope.
Was that tested already, Katie Ann?
Joe said he tested it, but I haven't tested it with my phone's been acting up. And I don't have my iPad with me.
And I've got a Samsung, so that could be the problem with me, too.
I just did the update 8.3 on my phone today. It makes me wonder.
Well, I haven't updated my phone in a long time, and I was using the
Having the same
360
thing.
earlier today, and I'm having the same problem you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I know some people that updated yesterday, and they said they've been having issues too.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one with phone issues.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I was going to show you is the Teach Connect where you can get this trigger. So let me share that. And eventually, several of the things that I've made will be there. So when you log in to your Teach Connect account, you'll see the On the Scene Reporter. That's the trigger that I was sharing with you. And then there's some other stuff that's been uploaded as well. So you will get access when you're in your Teach Connect to things that other teachers are adding to the community, and you can save the triggers and use them. I wanted to do the
plant cell works.
The plant cell does work. I played with that.
I just did it now. It's working perfectly fine.
So there's something wrong with mine.
Don't move it.
I won't.
Yeah. The plant cell works perfectly fine. It might be just that image. I'll check it on Monday for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's loading something on my bar. Oh yeah, it's there.
I'm gonna try it quick.
That's really neat.
I would recommend. Yeah, it comes right up, right?
Yeah, I got
Awesome.
it, and it's really good. I like that a lot. I'm digging that.
Cool. I've
Okay.
got a video on the 3D cell model, right? That's what everybody's seeing?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yay, it worked.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some drone videos that are up
Drones
here.
are pretty cool.
The drone ones are pretty cool. And I sent one to Joe, so hopefully mine will go live this week. It's over Oklahoma City bombing. So, and so there's lots of content up here that other teachers have uploaded, some math stuff. So when you are in your account, you'll have access to all of this to use. So feel free to use my stuff or any other teacher stuff.
Katie, as quick as that was when you were scrolling,
Yeah.
I actually caught the trigger for
It's
the
quick.
dolphin.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah. I know that's kind of crazy, but you can see where they got the drone up above and the dolphins
that's
swimming. That is, and I love that too. So that's awesome.
Here, I'll put it back up so people can.
It's just a total, we talk about different viewpoints and perspective. That's a really interesting take to share in art.
We have a viewer. Brian says, "Hey, if you do you want me to try pulling you in, Brian? I can try. I think we still have a couple seats left."
That's all right. It gets even better. I think those are beluga whales.
That is really cool. I got that one too.
Awesome.
On the phone, it kind of takes you to an external video player. It doesn't kind of come up on its own. Is that the way it's working for everyone else too?
For Samsung, it's going to since Android there are multiple different video players. You have to select it from your phone. With iPhone, it goes directly to the video player.
Okay.
On Android, you have to select which one you want.
Okay. Just making sure that that's the way it's supposed to work.
It is.
Filming the animals using the drone is probably less invasive on the animal's habitat and less stressful in lots of ways. So that's, and there's a whale with its calf. There's so many. I just keep watching, going, I love it. Okay, that's wonderful. Hold on. I just shut it down.
I wish I could zoom.
You know what? I don't think you can though, can you?
No, I tried. It was
Good
like
to know.
I had to try, but that's
It's
really
good.
cool.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Like I said, when you get onto your account, feel free to use those. That would be great for art, really.
Yeah.
Clicking down. The one that I'm making has to do with. Hey, Ian, quit playing with the effects. The one that I am set to be made, it has to do with the Oklahoma City bombing, which is Oklahoma City is only a few hours from me. So we went down there as a family, and a teacher kind of asked if I could augment something for that because she wanted to present like a PowerPoint, and I found that drone video that kind of explains the memorial. So I thought that would be a better tool to use than a PowerPoint to go with the trigger. As soon as that goes live, I'll post that in the group so that you can see it too. Okay, what are you laughing about?
Doug has got a halo.
Oh.
He's angelic tonight.
Got your AR halo.
I love that. Are you doing? Is Doug doing that?
Zero idea how to get rid of it.
You have to go back into your effects and remove it.
I love it. Oh.
You can do green screen as well in Google Hangouts, and several times I thought about putting the beach behind me so you won't see my dining room. Okay, anybody have anything else they want to share or questions or need help with an idea?
Katie, if it's not rude, I'd really like you to put your AR card or your daiquiri card for your business card up so I can try it.
Try it again, too.
I will. We do have a question. Brian, who is watching, he says it's too loud at his house to join. They're playing music. But he does have a question. He teaches digital media class in middle school, and he has computers for each student, but limited device. Is there a way to create pages with triggers, or better yet, where is the best place to start? Well, Brian, you came to the right place. How many handheld devices do you have? Do you have like maybe a cart, or do you have maybe 10? We'll see if he'll give us an answer. The best place to start would be to play with triggers that are already made, and there's several different companies that have triggers. There's coloring triggers such as Cromville pages, Color pages, Color Alive. There's even a tortoise and a hare augmented coloring pages. I start teachers there because it's something that's already made. You have 3. Well, you're really limited. That way, if you do the triggers that are already pre-made with 3 devices, they can share it a little bit, and the kids still have access to the experience. Okay.
That's a big bang.
They have access to scanning. They can share their devices and scan the triggers that they're coloring, and it picks up whatever they design on the coloring pages. There's other pre-made triggers such as, well, for little kids it would be the flashcards, the letter flashcards, AR flashcards. If you wanted to see a 3D model, that would be a place to start.
Tell them about your pre-made triggers page.
Oh yes, thank you. I do have a resource page, and I posted in the event page that has all the pre-made triggers that are free, and you can access those and download them. And it on the trigger pages, it tells you what apps to use with it. And I put that on there. I also have an AR idea board where you can go and get some ideas for using AR in the classroom. I also teach middle school, so I use those coloring pages as writing prompts and also teach rewriting. I have a computer lab as well. Bye, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. So that's where I would start, is with pre-made triggers. And then when you get comfortable enough, then you can move on to you creating augmented triggers or having your students making that. So hopefully that answers your question, Brian. Okay. Natalie wanted me to hold up my business card again. Let me get it up high. Maybe too high. There you go.
Hold on a minute, Kate. Nope. Where did you go? Katie?
I'm right here.
Okay. The screen keeps going. It says HP Touch Smart Webcam.
Oh, click on my picture.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on, says Kate. It's almost there. Yay. I got something, Katie.
Well, hopefully got more than just something.
Okay, it says, oh, it just dropped me back. Ah! All right, well, Katie, I'll try. I know this is silly, but
Post it.
I will post. I'm gonna have to find the digital file and post it.
okay, thank you.
The computer I'm on doesn't have any of my files. I used my laptop for that, so as soon as I get on my laptop, I'll find the digital file and post it. Okay.
I want to ask a question too. The Daiquiri app that's on my iPad, stupidly, the kids sometimes, or it just is iffy with the new Crayola Color Alive.
Yeah, I have issues with that one.
But if they're right underneath my hotspot, for some reason it'll load and they'll see the picture. If they're just 2 steps away from the center point of that Wi-Fi on the ceiling, my iPad drops it, just like it happened to me. Like our system is in the basement, but we're Wi-Fi here, and I think that it has to do something with the signal. But Daiquiri's been messing up with me on my iPad at school and here.
Go ahead.
It shows it completely filled the bar, and as soon as it got done, it goes ba-doop and goes back to the main screen.
What you might need to do is go into your settings for your iPad, go to privacy, and then find the camera under privacy, and then it'll bring up the list of things that use the camera. Find those apps, uncheck them, and then check them again and see if that fixes the problem.
Okay, at least that's a tech tip I didn't know to do. Thank you.
Yeah, if you use apps that require the camera, sometimes, I don't know why, you have to go in and do that. Because they crash, and that's how my students figured that out, and it has fixed the issues we've had with them. But I've had issues with the Color Alive one. It doesn't load like you said, unless... I don't know.
I've had my kids get totally upset when they use the specialty crayon, and like the little, glitz and glamour that sparkles. The kids are like, I didn't put it there. It's sparkling in total wrong spots. And I was, okay, so it's just not us.
Nope.
Thank you. I told him, I was like, oh, you're just glittery today.
Yeah, I've had where it just won't even load the AR. We'll see it, and it just won't load after the kids have colored it. But it will load a non-colored one. So I don't know.
I've had that too.
Do you have to use special crayons with that, or is it all within the app?
You can use any crayons. You can even use colored pencils.
Yes. Or markers or whatever, and it still activates them, but when you use the specialty crayon, it puts this little sizzly, orangey flame that's supposed to give you the sensation of Shazam, but it doesn't always work.
Okay.
Okay, Brian has another question. They made some cartouches the other day, like to have the students be able to make a page with information including their picture. Well, you can do that. That is an awesome idea, and I wish I would have thought of that because I teach ancient Greece, or ancient Egypt to my sixth graders. That's an awesome idea. You could do that many, many ways. Is the cartoon, what is it, like a three-dimensional object that the kids made? Or is it like a drawing? Hopefully you're still there and you can answer that. Let's see. But if you have the kids holding the cartouche, you could take a picture of that, and then that could be your trigger, and then the items that you want to be added, like the information for that, you can turn that into like a Prezi or Google Slides, a movie, and then you can, when they scan that picture, the information for the cartouche. Awesome. There's something that they drew in Illustrator. He stole the idea, so I might steal that idea too. But yeah, you could have the design that the kids made. You could turn that into the augmented trigger as well, and then you can have the information be embedded when they scan it. It'll pop out at them. So really good idea. I like it, Brian. Okay. Any other questions that we can answer? And you can use any of the augmented platforms to do that, Brian. You could do that with Layer. You could do that with Daiquiri's platform. You could do it with, I don't suggest Erasmus because it's so, it doesn't work half the time, and you have to jump through so many hoops to get it to work. You could do it with Augmat's platform as well. They will make it for you. Send them the information, and they'll make the augmented part for you. And then it'll go in that Teach Connect community. So if you do that, then I can really steal your idea.
I have a suggestion for anyone who's creating stuff. If you go to the scrapbooking apps and you use them for like backgrounds and frames and lettering and stamps, you can make your triggers really, really original.
That's
and
a good
makes
idea.
them have a really high readability, like in terms of the daiquiri. I turned a lot of my stuff that was like 2s into like 4s or 5s by adding like frames and backgrounds and different colors and different fonts. So if anyone's having trouble having their stuff read, that's an idea.
Okay.
I would also, that's an awesome idea because the more original and unique you can make it, it's great. But also, what I would do is, because many people don't have color printers, check when you print out in black and white, because when you do different colors, it looks great in different colors, but if you have a brown and a black, they sometimes mesh together, darker colors, and it throws off the trigger. So if you're going to print out in a black and white, test it on that side as well and make sure that the colors you're using don't almost distort the picture or blend into each other so that the actual trigger you create is not unique.
Okay.
I have one more Legend question. If you use Legend, can you import those files into another AR program, or it's strictly you have to stay in Legend?
Well, Legend isn't AR. Legend is just like a little GIF maker or movie maker. You
I
can
see.
use as like not. You can make one of your triggers attached to that, like make it link to it.
So then it becomes like, so you just take the GIF file and then you import that into the AR program.
Right.
The background for this conversation, Ian, last week we were talking about 3D objects and animated 3D objects.
Uh-huh.
And this Legend discussion started up because people realized they could make animated GIFs with it. And it kind of mimics an animated 3D object, but since it's just an image file, you can import that and use that as something to point to some other augmented content.
Got it. So you could use another GIF program too. It's just not only that one. Got it.
This one was part of the discussion because it made animated text, basically. That's what we were, I think, if I remember right, what we were talking about. So.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I wanted something a little bit more than just bam, here's my paper, read it. And when you do Legend, it gives the text and it kind of scrolls like a little mini movie, and it's more animated and fun.
And by the way, if you're into, don't forget that Google SketchUp will allow you to make three-dimensional text as well. There's a text tool in there. You could make a 3D object out of anything that you could type on a keyboard, including all those little wingding characters. You can make some pretty quick little need them.
Okay. I have a daiquiri question.
Okay.
My app is asking if I should.
Lots of ice and lots of sugar.
I like that answer. That's good.
I like it sour.
allow a location access, and it never or while using the app. Does it matter?
That is for.
Not for the mailers.
No, they want to have the location, so like the GPS part of your phone or device. So when you're using or scanning some of their stuff, it'll bring up that information. So I don't think it really matters. I don't think I have that activated on my end.
Katie Ann.
I think it. Oh, sorry.
My understanding is that you can clone a chapter and assign a different geolocation to it and put a completely different set of content on it. And depending on where you're at, you'll get one set of augmentations versus looking at scanning that same image in another location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
right.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
The problem with daiquiri and that is that you have to change region. You can't change hallways or even cities, towns nearby. You actually have to be pretty far away from one place to the next to be able to make that work.
Okay. So it's really, like, for what I'm using it for, it's not really, like...
necessary. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
I don't think I have that. I don't have any of the geolocation stuff on my augmented stuff. Which will be kind of maybe cool. Something maybe I should play with.
Well, yeah, that's a new take on it. I never even thought about that being used that way. And I did do the trick with the camera. I shut it off and I turned it back on. So when you post your business card, I'll try it a little bit later on and see if I can get it to activate and hold the picture then.
Okay, sounds like a plan. And I
Thanks for the tip.
believe Lair also has that location card as well.
Okay.
So I think those two have that. But something I haven't played with because I live in the middle of wheat fields.
You know, Rasma does it through channels, right?
And Rasma does it through channels.
But the school filter messes up Erasmus for me, and we can't get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't suggest using Erasmus. Some people love it and they'll swear by it, but I've never had really any luck with it. And anybody can, because it has different channels, can use your image and put whatever content they want. So if you're not following the channel right, you're going to get their stuff, and it may not be appropriate.
Yeah, it's not a very good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been a great day. I could talk AR all day, but we probably should bring it to a close before my family decides that they're going to run in here and try dumping ice cream on me again.
How did they do fishing?
They caught a catfish this morning, and it was too small, so they put it back. And hopefully they never bring any fish home. So. Okay, well, thank you for joining us tonight. If you have questions, feel free to contact and reach out to us. If you need any help, just give us a shout. Have a good night.
Jan. Good
Thank
night.
you
Thanks,
for joining.
everybody.
Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Night,
Bye.
Kate.
Good
Take
night.
care. Good night.